Hello my friends, and thank you so much for joining me today. This video, I think it's going to be fun. I say I think because I am throwing in the added stress of timing myself and also not editing this. So what you see is what you get fully. I wanted this to be something very followable and not sped up and not cut out, so it's gonna be everything here. And we're talking like a 10-minute natural, easy, everyday makeup routine. But this is the kind of thing I practically want to pull into a series and do different 10-minute looks with different themes, you know, but this is kind of the logical place to start. And I'm doing it for you, but I'm also doing it for me because in my life going forward, I think I'm gonna need to call on this kind of look quite often. So hopefully it works out and it all comes together in about 10 minutes. Maybe less, maybe just a little bit over, who knows. I got my squirrel mug back in action today, so I'm gonna let myself take a sip. Yes, okay, here we go. So I've pulled out some products. I'm gonna go ahead and start my 10-minute timer. I've got my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Stick here. And this I chose, by the way, I'm already prepped with my skincare, you know, my moisturizer, SPF, and all that. But I chose this because I really love the finish. I love the cooling effect as I put it on as well. I like the coverage. It's just kind of checking a lot of boxes for me. And I think stick foundation, when I think throw it on style foundation, I think sticks. And I can think of some lower cost ones that I like. They don't really all leave my skin looking as radiant and just really nice as this one does. But I do like L'Oreal Infallible's foundation stick. I mean, I think that's good. But big fan of this Complexion Rescue, and I wear it in the shade Cashew 3.5. That's always easy to remember because I always ask for extra cashews on my pineapple fried rice. So I'm just blending this in with my mini Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, basically full-size brush head, just mini-sized handle from a holiday season when that came out in an ornament. It's the kind of ornaments I like. Have miniature brushes inside. Okay, so once you feel like you got that all blended in, what are we looking at time-wise now? No, I don't need Siri. I just want to, okay, 8:30. I've got my Catrice One Drop Concealer. I pulled this out because I feel like this really takes away the temptation to use too much concealer because it's going to be like dot, dot, just single dots over any problem areas. Now I'm running out of some product at the end of it. And it kind of, you know, really limits the amount of work you're gonna do blending wise, right? If you're just dealing with tiny dots. Okay, so I got that there. I've got another Real Techniques brush. I'm just gotta make sure that as I narrate this, I don't tack on too much additional time. But I like how brightening this can be. I have the shade Porcelain. And this is a situation I would say where we're not maybe looking for perfection. We're looking for passable. We're looking for get you out the door, make you feel good. That's what I'm hoping for. Gosh, you know what I have to edit out a lot in my videos are burps. From drinking my coffee. Like, I think something about the baby taking up all the room. Like, I sit here and I burp a lot more mid-video, so that's gonna be fun for you to see. Or not. Okay, so I've got all that blended in. I'm kind of getting nervous because I got 7 minutes. Okay, I pulled out a powder. Actually, this is one I haven't reached for in a while, but I do really like it. It's the Physicians Formula Healthy Powder. And I think what I'm gonna do here is just grab this nice sized brush and use this for a quick set all over. It's light enough to kind of work up on my under eye, but also all over the face as well. And that little bit of setting for me goes a long way. You know, it's not a ton of powder, but it's enough to just sort of help things out a little bit and not have me looking at my look all day long thinking, what do I need to do? How can I readjust? What's fading? What's melting? I'm melting. Okay, that's great. All right, now we're ready to move on to some face colors, and I pulled out this lovely multitasking gem here, and this is from Ulta's line. It's the Baked Sculpt and Glow in Tahitian Sunset. Love this color tone. Seriously, the bronzer, the blush, and the highlight are all just doing great things. They really remind me of Laura Geller type products, and they deliver in the same pigmented way. So I'm going to apply that bronzer with, again, my e.l.f. Complexion Brush. It's always easy when you can minimize the amount of brushes you're reaching for if you're in a hurry. But I'm letting some of that go around my hairline. And I kind of thought as I was planning this out, you know, maybe bronzer's a skippable step. Because, yeah, I could see it being maybe non-essential for me. But at the same time, I feel better when it's on. So let's just find something that makes it quick. And I think this makes it quick. So a little soft contour there. I like to take it always down the neck. Yoink. Okay. And we're dealing with, did I say, like a satin finish in the bronzer and a really nice glow in the blush and highlight. So I'm going to dab into the blush now with my e.l.f. blush brush. And I just think this is so, so pretty. Oh, I love that rosiness. Yes, I love a glowy blush. Okay, we're kind of just passing the halfway point right now, so I think we're gonna make it. Oh, I like that rosiness, really. And then I'm going to apply the highlight, which I'll go even smaller yet with my brush so I can get it exactly where I want it. And this is just so beautifully glowy. Yeah, I'll further blend that in, but I had a lot on my brush. So that's really pearlescent. It's actually not too like metallic looking, but the tone of it is just intensely brightening. So put that there, take a little bit of what's left and maybe go up to the forehead zone. But yeah, we're good where that's concerned. Now for the brows. That's pretty much the step I would go to next, and I'm going to use my Almay brow styler here and kind of bypass maybe the pencil step. Now this will vary depending on from brow to brow, you know, how essential you think the brow step is for you. If your brows are barely there to begin with, maybe you take more time there. That's where you take a little time away from bronzer, you put a little more time into brows, I guess. But for me, I feel like I can be content with just giving my brows some more hold and a little more evenness throughout with this. But you still kind of have to be a little bit careful. And that's where I got my little scar. Back in college when Bub opened a door for me and I was also trying to open it too, and there was so much force, and it ended up being a bloody evening, but I survived, as you can see. All right, there's my brows. It's fun to go unedited, isn't it? You have no time to collect your thoughts, and everybody just gets whatever flows into your mind. Milani eyeshadow primer. This, I think we're getting to a real optional step here with the eyeshadow primer and doing anything really on the eyes, but I thought that my little bronzer and blush and highlight palette, my trio of products here that look just so simple and easy, might be fun to go into a little bronzer and give myself a bit of a crease. I mean, why not? It's here, it's handy. And you know what's nice? Most days, even when you do have to do quick makeup, you might not literally be on a stopwatch, you know? Like, if you go a couple minutes over, who cares? I'm really trying for you guys today, though. Trying to commit. 2 minutes left. All right, that's tons of time. Going into a little highlight here, and I think this can be real brightening. Sort of focusing in. Oh, of course, I just used that with black and forgot to clean it off first. Okay. And dab it on there. I could probably have just used my fingers for that step. It's so, you know, nothing to it. And then we're just going to curl lashes. I was not planning for any kind of you know, eyeliner look, any complex liner, that's always something I will cut if my time is limited. I just don't see that as something I gotta do. Opinions may vary there. Again, take time away from something else, put time into what you need to do. But I'm using my IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara because that builds up quicker than anything I own. So that and the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Stick would be a couple areas where I feel like I kind of cut corners and went for something outside the drugstore price range. Okay, other side. Oh man, we're getting down to the freaking wire, but I have one step left after I do this eye. And I can't go short on my lash curling. Some of you guys are probably, put down the lash curler, but I can't go too quick on that. Oh my word, this is stressful. Gonna make a mess. This is what you don't need to be doing after you had a migraine a couple days ago, but whatever. Okay, 10 seconds. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'll explain later. Woo! Okay, okay. Stop. Stop. Okay. Alrighty, this is my look. This is my acceptable out the door makeup look, and here's what I used as my lip. I have rounded up the Maybelline Superstay Ink crayons, which I am wildly impressed with. I've talked about great matte long-wearing lipsticks that are formatted like this these days, like NYX has one, and Neutrogena has one, and I think this is the smoothest glide yet. The other ones were plenty easy to work with, but these are just very thin and smooth. And the shade that I've got here is called Lead the Way. And I feel like it's a nice, soft, sort of wearable pink. I'm not super pleased with the lashes over here. Like I barely messed with it. I would have done a little more work there. But I feel like, you know, my skin's looking pretty good. Things are very evened out, very radiant. Like, I don't know what to say. I'm pleased as heck. The takeaway here might be just put a little more time into the areas that where you personally need it in your routine. Maybe somebody needs to spend more time very carefully covering up certain areas, and somebody else needs to work on their brows a bit more, or whatever it may be. But standard look for me, I could see me using this stuff going forward and putting it in a little like emergency makeup bag and saying, here's what I'm going to do. And I think anytime you can lay your hands on a multitasker little palette, something like this where it could be eyes and it could be face as well, I think that's very handy and takes even more decision making out of your process. My needs palette as well is another thing that you could, you know, use in that capacity and have so many steps in one. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I really do, like I said, want to go forward doing this series with maybe some different themes and just some ways when time is short that you can make your look more dramatic, or, you know, make your skin glowy. Just tell me what you want to see. Let me know. I'm all ears. Thanks for your time, and I will see you again very soon. Bye. Now, if I had to put any fixes on things, if I could do one more little thing here, I would take like my Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlight, put that in here because it makes me look more, excuse me, there's the burp, wide awake. Just maybe one more little coat because I feel like they barely got any attention. Just a little more there. I mean, that's a pretty dang good lash for this limited amount of time though, you know? Mascara under pressure has got to be the worst. Okay, that's a little bit fuller and thicker over on that side. I might take in my e.l.f., my little brow pencil here, which I had on standby, but I just didn't think there'd be enough time for it. And there's really not. I'm going outside the time frame here, but look what I'm doing. I'm perfecting that shape even more, which you can definitely go back in and do if you want to. I really like this lip color with everything. It doesn't come like too stark of a contrast with the rest of this very natural face, but it's still offering color and I think helping. It's doing its part.